Hi there everyone, my name is Christian Eschbach and welcome to another one of my album reviews, and we are talking about Black Eyed Peas. Not the food. Had to make the joke. This is the Elephunk album. Alright, so I have a little love for this album in a weird way. When this album came out, it came out around the same times as the White Stripes' Elephant album came out. And in Canada, we used to have a station called Much More Music, which used to play music videos, and they used to have a contest on certain nights a week where you had to link the 3 music videos together. And the first 2 videos, I can't remember what the first video was. The second video was the White Stripes' 7 Nation Army. And then the third video came off of this album. It was the Black Eyed Peas' Where's the Love? And it was funny because when I called in and I won playing this contest, I won my very first MP3 player. Oh, and that could hold like a whole 12 songs. Oh my God, it was great. It was like having, when I got it, it was like having, basically I could do 60 minutes worth of music on it. So it was like doing mixtapes with only 60 minutes, you know. It was fun. Anyways, so part of me has a nice warm spot for this album for that. That being said, I am reviewing this album like everything else I've been reviewing. I just kind of want to get rid of all the electronic stuff or this kind of stuff that I don't listen to, a lot of sampling, a lot of stuff like that. If you don't know my views and opinions on electronic music, computer-generated music, sampling, stuff like that, I do get into it. I have a whole episode of Confessions of a Domestic Engineer I did. At this point, it's been about a week. You can go watch that. So let's get into the music on this one, okay? Album opens up with Hands Up. First time I listened to this song, I really enjoyed this song. It's got this great kind of funk vibe to it. I was really kind of getting into it. On subsequent plays, lost its enjoyability really fast. Labor Day, It's a Holiday follows that up. On the first listen, I thought it was basically just more of the same of the previous track, you know, funk still, but just a little shift in the funk. It's like, you know, Hands Up used one half of a sample and Labor Day used the second half of a sample. It's kind of how it felt listening to it. It really, after the last song, it really just felt like more of the same. After multiple listens, I've come to the conclusion I really hate the horn sample on the, it could be a real horn, but it sounds like a sample, on the verses. It's annoying. And I might actually like it a little bit more than the first song, even though it was definitely the opposite way at the beginning. Next up, Let's Get Alright. I had no clue that the let's get stupid in here. I had no clue that it went like this. Or maybe someone mentioned to me about it along the years. And people are going to say, oh, it's just a song that's aged badly. No, because at the time it was offensive, which is why there's a radio edit that doesn't use the word. Now, that being said, I don't have the PC attitude towards the word as everybody else does, because I've been known to use the word myself quite a bit. But to me, it's a synonym for, you know, being stupid or being idiotic, or, you know, basically what this song is all about in its absolute stupidity. So I get the offensiveness. anybody says this song aged badly, it didn't age badly. It was badly just to start with. Okay. From there, we go into Hey Mama. This one has a bit of a reggae vibe going on, but for the most part, it kind of sounds generic. It's basically like someone went, hey, let's do a reggae tune. And they went, okay, let's do a reggae tune. And they did a reggae tune. Then you get to Shut Up. I like this one. I actually like Shut Up. Has a great kind of Hollywood Western motif going around in the music in the background. The drum sample, all the drum samples are pretty basic on here. Pretty basic, you know, nothing overly special. Realistically, I think I've got a couple of these samples kicking around that, you know, are on my computer. Cause that's how generic they are. You know, like no one can even copyright them. They're just generic, that generic. But basically like I said, they wanted to do a reggae song, so they did this song, and that's it. Latin Girls, oh no, sorry, Smells Like Funk follows that up, my apology. There's a few interesting elements in it musically, but for the most part, it really doesn't do anything for me. Which takes us on to Latin Girls, and I'm not sure how I feel about this one. There's a small part of me that finds the song a little bit racist. I'm okay with the misogynistic part of the song, okay? Let's be clear, you know, you grew up listening to rock and roll, the misogyny is going to be there, right? That's how it goes. Something about me feels like there's a little bit of a racist thing going on in there. Then we go on to Sexy. Okay, so this one kind of threw me for a loop when I was listening to it the first time. This one's kind of got like an old bossa nova lounge vibe to it, you know, like when you see those old lounges in the 70s, they got that weird little bossa nova mix going on. That's totally what this is making me think of. It's a bit of a change compared to everything else on the album, which is kind of nice, but not overly impressive. Fly Away, song bores me. But I laughed during the choruses because I had to go and look because, you know, there are the choruses where they're kind of going, flying away now. All I keep hearing, diarrhea. And that's even with my good quality headphones on it. I had to actually pay attention to what they were actually saying because, you know, when you're just kind of half paying attention, diarrhea. It's like, what the hell are they singing about diarrhea in this song for? And I should mention at this point, I love Fergie's voice. I think if you listen, and I think I've covered this, if you listen to Fergie with Slash on the song Beautiful Dangerous, she's got a great voice. And I think she's got a great rock and roll voice. I've heard her cover of Heart's Barracuda. She's got an amazing voice. And in rock and roll, she should have been a rock vocalist. Absolutely. Her and Christina Aguilera, both of them, going into pop, I understand why they went into pop, because that's where the money was in the pop. But they would have been so much better off with, you know, really gotten real good careers going if they had honestly been with real bands. I truly, honestly believe that. And all that being said, Fergie's voice cannot save diarrhea. All right. The Boogie That Be. All right. I'm a huge roller skating fan. You know, I loved nothing more than going to the roller rink and, you know, spending 2-3 hours skating around in circles, listening to good tunes with friends or out on a date with a girlfriend or whatever, just having a good time. Roller skating was the shit, man. Absolutely love it. I miss it to this day. One of my dream jobs, you know, like always got a few dream jobs, but my most casual, laid back dream job would be to open my own roller rink and run my own roller rink. But this song here, The Boogie That Be, this is a great roller disco tune, man. And I would absolutely have no problem pumping this one Even though I'm not a huge fan of the song overall, it's perfect. I'd have no problem pumping this one over the speakers at a roller rink, man. Great tune. Good times. That's followed up by, I'm assuming it's supposed to be the Apple song. I'm not sure if it's Apple or APL, but because they don't do it as all uppercase, it's done as, I'm assuming it's the Apple song. I'm not sure. Anyways, this is kind of like a basic hip-hop track from the 90s. There's elements in it that definitely remind me of, stuff you may have heard Snoop do back in the early days, or Tupac. There's a couple other ones out there, there's certain elements in there. It's got a really nice kind of pretty guitar part being played over top of it, which is kind of nice, but, it's basic. Anxiety. This was done with Papa Roach, which I didn't realize before doing this review. So I was a bit confused when I was listening to this album. I was kind of like, what the hell is going on here? I'm not sure why they did this song and why they did it with Papa Roach. I got a theory. And this whole album just kind of feels like they said, hey, let's do a little bit of everything. Let's grab a little bit from here, 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 here. Let's just kind of do every type of music a little bit. And that's the only reason I can come up with why they did Anxiety. It's an okay tune. I thought it was kind of a generic song from like POD or something like that, or trying to sound like POD, and then I realized it was Papa Roach, and then we're like, really? Okay. And then, even make it even funnier, for a brief moment, I went, Papa Roach, I don't know that rapper. Who's that rapper? Oh, wait, that's not a rapper. It's Papa Roach. Okay. Papa Roach never left a big mark on me. They were okay, I guess. They're part of that new metal that I just never really got into. And then this album finishes with Where Is the Love, which is the song I had previously mentioned that helped me win the contest. What I didn't mention is the connection they were looking for with that contest was the White Stripes album was Elephant. This was Elephunk. That was the connection they're going for. I, on the other hand, saw something completely different. In the videos for Where Is the Love, if you look at all the question marks they poster up everywhere along the way in the video, they're all red, white, and black, or combinations of, which is the video for Seven Nation Army. So I thought that was supposed to be the connection. When I told them that, they were like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, we weren't going for that, but that works. So, yeah. Anyways, Where Is the Love? It's a softer song. It's nice. It's mellow. It got overplayed for me. Definitely got overplayed. Surprisingly long song, though. Based off the music video edit, I had no clue that this song clocked in at like 8 minutes or something like that. The whole way around, it is what it is. The album itself, I don't know. I mean, if you're into this type of music, you might enjoy it. I didn't mind listening to the album the first couple times. Even the last time I listened to it, it was still kind of enjoyable. It's not an album I'm keeping around the house, though. This is definitely going into the recycle pile. And unfortunately, there's just not enough cool Fergie on here to save this album for me. And yes, there are a lot of people that will say, and I've watched videos on this, that the Black Eyed Peas were better before and after the Fergie phase. I just like Fergie's voice, and to be fair, damn good looking woman too. So, But, that being said, man, when I get to, covering some of the other songs that Fergie does, I can't wait to get into roast mode. Alright, folks, let me know what you think. Comments below. There's a like button, a subscribe button, a little bell there for notifications. Feel free to click all those. There's a link to Patreon down in the section down below as well. Peace, love, take care.